in 2030 that we should be completing that total transformation of the company, and we should be growing, profitably growing as a business for sure.
When Harley-Davidson CEO Jochen Zeitz took to the stage to unveil the company's latest innovation, it wasn't just a product announcement, it was a bold declaration that echoed across the entire motorcycle industry. This wasn't merely another machine, it was a technological statement, a reinvention of combustion technology that many believed was on its way out. The new engine, reportedly capable of outperforming even the most cutting-edge electric motorcycles on the market, sent a shockwave through the halls of the motorcycle world. In a time when the industry seems to be rapidly shifting towards electrification, Harley-Davidson's move felt both audacious and brilliantly timed. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. The unveiling event, held at Harley's own testing and development center, radiated confidence and vision. Under the spotlight stood a prototype motorcycle powered by a newly developed engine. A combustion marvel that, despite being gasoline-driven, incorporated state-of-the-art materials, thermal efficiency advancements, and performance metrics that rivaled, and in some cases exceeded, those of high-end electric bikes. It wasn't just a return to combustion, it was a reimagining of it. The crowd, composed of engineers, journalists, and motorcycle enthusiasts, stood visibly stunned. Many expected an update on Harley's electric division or perhaps a new Livewire iteration. What they got was something entirely different. A high-performance internal combustion engine that defied current expectations about power, emissions, and sustainability. This new power plant, codenamed Raptor X within internal Harley documents, represents a radical departure from the traditional V-twin configuration that has long defined Harley-Davidson's identity. Instead, the company opted for a next-generation turbocharged, hybrid-assist internal combustion engine. The innovation lies in the fusion of precision-controlled fuel injection systems, adaptive combustion chambers, and advanced lightweight materials that bring down weight while exponentially increasing output. Unlike the heavy rumble of older models, the Raptor X operates with a refined yet still deeply resonant growl, a nod to the Harley legacy, but unmistakably futuristic. The implications of this engine are enormous. For one, it repositions Harley-Davidson in a segment it had been struggling to keep up with: performance motorcycles. Traditionally known for their cruiser bikes, Harley had been viewed by some as lagging behind the innovation curves set by European and Japanese manufacturers. The Livewire electric motorcycle attempted to alter that perception, but the market reception was mixed. Now, with this new engine, Harley-Davidson has re-entered the conversation with thunder. By combining combustion reliability with bleeding-edge efficiency, they have created something entirely new. Neither electric nor traditionally gas-powered, but a bridge between the two. The technical prowess behind this development cannot be overstated. Engineers reportedly employed a multi-phase fuel management system, which dynamically adjusts fuel ratios based on real-time atmospheric conditions and riding style. This level of adaptability gives the Raptor X engine an edge in both performance and efficiency. One of the most remarkable feats is the engine's ability to maintain peak torque across a wide RPM range, something that electric motors have long excelled at and internal combustion engines typically struggle with. Harley's engineers appear to have closed that gap entirely, enabling a ride experience that feels linear and responsive without the battery limitations inherent to electric motorcycles. From a strategic standpoint, this announcement disrupts the narrative that the future of motorcycles belongs solely to electrics. While global trends have leaned heavily towards sustainable zero-emissions vehicles, there remains a significant market segment that values visceral performance, mechanical complexity, and auditory feedback, qualities that traditional combustion bikes deliver best. Harley-Davidson, with this engine, is staking a claim on this territory and sending a message to its competitors. There's still untapped potential in the combustion realm, especially when hybrid technologies are applied smartly. Moreover, this engine doesn't merely represent a technological triumph, it's a cultural one. Harley-Davidson has always been more than a motorcycle manufacturer. It's a lifestyle brand deeply woven into the fabric of American identity. For many enthusiasts, the shift to electric has felt like a betrayal of that heritage. The quiet hum of electric motors, while technologically impressive, doesn't stir the soul in the same way as a deep-throated exhaust note. Zeitz seems to understand this on a deeply intuitive level. The Raptor X engine, while ultra-modern, retains enough of the brand's traditional DNA to satisfy purists, while simultaneously pushing the envelope far enough to captivate a new generation of riders. The timing of this release is also telling. Just as regulatory pressures are intensifying in Europe and North America to phase out internal combustion vehicles, Harley-Davidson has introduced a machine that arguably resets the clock on that agenda. The Raptor X meets, and in some cases exceeds, emissions and fuel efficiency standards well beyond 2025 projections. Using biofuel compatibility, particulate filtration systems, and ultra-clean burn cycles, the engine qualifies as an environmentally compliant powertrain without sacrificing power or excitement. That could very well shift public and regulatory opinion, or at least create space for a more nuanced conversation around vehicle emissions and performance. Economically, this move is brilliant. The electric motorcycle market is still relatively small and fragmented, with high costs, limited infrastructure, and range anxiety continuing to hinder widespread adoption. While major players like Zero Motorcycles, Energica, and even Harley's own Livewire have made significant strides, the consumer base remains cautious. By contrast, internal combustion infrastructure is ubiquitous, parts are affordable, and rider familiarity is high. By marrying modern engineering with an already established ecosystem, Harley is offering a solution that avoids the growing pains of full electrification while still delivering innovation. Jochen Zeitz's leadership has been marked by bold decisions, and this may be his most significant one yet. Since taking the reins of Harley-Davidson, he has worked to streamline operations, reinvigorate the brand's appeal among younger audiences, and position it for long-term resilience in a rapidly changing transportation landscape. This engine signals that Harley will not be content with merely following trends. It intends to set them. The decision to double down on combustion technology, especially at a time when the industry is pivoting away from it, is a high-stakes gamble, but it's one rooted in deep market insight and engineering confidence. There's also a deeper emotional layer to consider. Motorcycles are about freedom, rebellion, and connection to the road. While electric bikes deliver incredible torque and smooth performance, they sometimes lack the character that riders seek. The visceral thrill of shifting gears, the feedback from a combustion engine, and the soundtrack of a ride are integral to the motorcycling experience. Harley-Davidson understands this intimately. With this new engine, they are telling the world that the future of riding doesn't have to sacrifice emotion for efficiency. It can be both. Riders who tested early prototypes have reported staggering acceleration, exceptional balance, and a ride feel that blends the best of both combustion and electric platforms. The inclusion of a micro-hybrid assist system allows for immediate torque delivery at low RPMs, replicating the electric off-the-line advantage while retaining the high-revving thrill of combustion at top speeds. This combination makes the new Harley platform uniquely versatile, equally at home on long-distance cruises and aggressive street riding. The platform surrounding the Raptor X engine also appears modular, hinting at multiple model applications in the future. Harley-Davidson is likely planning to incorporate this powertrain across a range of new vehicles, from sport-focused models to touring machines. This modularity is a key part of the company's strategy moving forward. Rather than limit the engine to a flagship model, Harley seems poised to leverage it across various price points and styles, dramatically expanding its impact. Industry reactions to the announcement have been mixed but intense. While some electric motorcycle advocates see this as a step backward, others acknowledge the brilliance in Harley's hybridized combustion approach. For longtime competitors, especially those invested heavily in electric development, this move adds pressure to diversify their strategies. Innovation doesn't always come in the form of abandoning old technology. Sometimes it's about rethinking and refining it. That's precisely what Harley-Davidson has done. The media coverage following the unveiling has been robust, with publications and forums buzzing with speculation about the engine's final production specs, potential model names, and pricing. What's clear is that the conversation has shifted. For a long time, electric motorcycles dominated the narrative around the future of riding. Now, thanks to Zeitz's leadership and the company's engineering prowess, internal combustion has returned to the spotlight, not as a relic but as a reinvented force. There's also a geopolitical dimension to this development. Much of the electric vehicle push is rooted in global supply chain dependencies on rare earth minerals and lithium. Harley-Davidson's new engine, Being less reliant on battery components sidesteps many of these issues. That gives the company a strategic edge in markets where electric infrastructure is underdeveloped or politically unstable. By offering a high-tech alternative that doesn't require the same level of global coordination and resource extraction, Harley could expand aggressively into new markets with fewer logistical hurdles. In terms of brand identity, this announcement cements Harley-Davidson's place as a company willing to challenge orthodoxy. The Raptor X engine is not simply a technical feat, it's a symbol of resilience. For a brand that has weathered economic downturns, shifting consumer trends, and waves of criticism, this innovation marks a turning point. It says, unequivocally, that Harley is not interested in fading quietly into the electric age. It intends to lead, but on its own terms. This moment may come to be remembered as one of the most defining in Harley-Davidson's storied history. It's rare for a company so steeped in tradition to pull off such a radical transformation without alienating its base. Yet that's exactly what Zeitz and his team appear to have done. They've reimagined combustion not as an obsolete relic, but as a viable, exciting, and sustainable platform for the future. As motorcycle enthusiasts around the world absorb the news, the broader implications are just beginning to take shape. Will other manufacturers follow Harley's lead and invest in advanced combustion technology? Will this spark a renaissance in hybrid motorcycle development? Or will it be a glorious outlier that stands as a testament to what's still possible in the combustion world? Those questions will unfold in time. For now, what matters is that Harley-Davidson has made a move no one expected, and in doing so, it has reignited the spark at the heart of motorcycling itself. In the days following the reveal of Harley-Davidson's revolutionary Raptor X engine, a buzz of technical curiosity and speculative fervor swept across the motorcycle world. While the announcement itself had captivated audiences, what came next was a more granular appreciation of just how ambitious and complex the new engine really was. Behind the sleek exterior and dynamic performance lies a culmination of years of silent, painstaking research and development, an internal skunkworks effort that only a handful of insiders were aware of prior to the debut. The sheer secrecy surrounding the project added to its mythos, but it's the depth of engineering innovation that truly sets this moment apart. At the heart of the Raptor X engine is a core philosophy that breaks traditional engineering silos. It's not just about combustion, it's about integrating hardware and software in a way that achieves true synergy. Harley-Davidson, in developing this engine, has introduced a level of digital management rarely seen in internal combustion motorcycles. An onboard AI-assisted ECU engine control unit runs predictive models in real time, adjusting combustion cycles based not only on ride inputs, terrain, and weather, but on predictive analytics derived from rider behavior. This isn't simple mapping, it's intelligent learning. The engine knows how each rider rides and continually adapts, optimizing fuel delivery, air intake, turbo boost, and ignition timing for maximum response and efficiency. What's even more extraordinary is the dual operating mode that Harley has managed to integrate into the system. The Raptor X engine can seamlessly switch between aggressive performance tuning and an eco-friendly, low-emission cruising profile. This is not a gimmick or a simple ride mode toggle. It's a deep recalibration that affects the engine's entire operational character. In performance mode, the engine delivers blistering acceleration, utilizing its hybrid assist torque fill to eliminate turbo lag and extend the power band. In economy mode, the engine deactivates 2 of its 4 cylinders under light loads, initiates lean burn cycles, and utilizes regenerative braking via the hybrid module to recharge a small supercapacitor system integrated into the bike's chassis. This ability to straddle extremes, raw power, and environmental responsibility is what gives the Raptor X its potentially transformative power in the industry. Rather than conform to the binary narrative of electric or nothing, Harley has introduced a third path that fuses the best of both worlds without sacrificing identity. It's not trying to be silent and anonymous, it's trying to be strategic, adaptable, and enduring. One fascinating detail that emerged following the reveal is the engine's thermal efficiency rating, which reportedly exceeds 45%. For context, most traditional motorcycle engines hover in the mid-30% range. Achieving a 45% efficiency rate in a performance combustion engine is a leap that places Harley's innovation in league with the most advanced Formula One power units. This has been made possible through an intricate system of ceramic-coated combustion chambers, ultra-high pressure direct injection, and active valve timing that modulates in milliseconds. All these innovations culminate in a machine that not only sprints but sustains, offering both power and fuel economy. A rare harmony in combustion design. Cooling, often an Achilles heel in high-output engines, is handled by a tri-phase liquid and vapor management system. The engine features a split-circuit cooling mechanism. One side operates to keep the turbo components in a thermal sweet spot, while the other side focuses on the cylinder heads and block. Vapor chambers, derived from aerospace tech, absorb heat spikes and distribute them evenly, preventing localized hotspots that typically cause engine knock and long-term degradation. This system allows the engine to maintain optimal performance under load, even in extreme environments. Beyond the engine itself, the vehicle platform that houses it is equally innovative. Harley-Davidson has constructed an entirely new chassis around the Raptor X, employing a monocoque carbon aluminum composite that balances rigidity with weight reduction. Gone are the days of heavyweight cruisers as the only Harley template. This frame is a departure designed with aerodynamic efficiency, weight centralization, and modularity in mind. For example, the rear subframe can be detached and replaced with different configurations: single-seater, dual touring, or cargo, for versatile customization. Suspension and ride dynamics have also undergone a total reinvention. Electronically adaptive suspension, tuned in real time based on telemetry input from the engine's onboard sensors, allows for unprecedented rider control. The bike actively stiffens or softens damping settings depending on lean angle, speed, and road surface feedback. This delivers a ride that feels both intuitively responsive and forgiving under stress, opening up new dimensions of control for the average rider while pushing the limits for professional racers or enthusiasts. The interface between man and machine has also been rethought. Harley-Davidson, traditionally minimalist with digital integration, has introduced a holographic HUD heads-up display system that projects speed, RPM, navigation, and performance stats directly onto the visor of a smart helmet, developed in partnership with a leading optics company. This ensures the rider stays informed without looking away from the road, further enhancing the futuristic feel of the entire platform. There is a notable silence around the pricing and specific launch dates, which seems calculated. Harley appears to be gauging the global reaction before finalizing those details. What's evident, however, is the brand's strategic desire to create not just a product, but a halo effect. The Raptor X engine is likely not meant to be Harley's mass-market savior, at least not initially. Rather, it's a statement piece, designed to reposition the brand in the mind of the consumer, to make Harley synonymous with innovation, not just nostalgia. Another layer of significance in this development is its potential impact on Harley's global market penetration. For years, the brand has faced stagnation in emerging markets where electric infrastructure is scarce and where traditional heavy cruisers struggle to adapt to congested urban road conditions. The new engine and its flexible chassis design could allow Harley to penetrate markets like Southeast Asia, Latin America, and parts of Africa with a high-performance yet fuel-efficient motorcycle that doesn't rely on large battery packs or charging stations. In countries where motorcycles are often the primary mode of transportation, this could be a game-changer. Dealerships across the globe are also beginning to sense the ripple effect. A high-tech offering from Harley injects life into showrooms that have traditionally depended on legacy models and brand loyalty. The ability to showcase a motorcycle that blends combustion power, hybrid precision, and digital intelligence provides a competitive advantage not just against other motorcycle brands, but against the growing wave of electric scooters and commuter bikes that threaten to erode Harley's premium positioning. The implications extend even into motorsport. Although Harley-Davidson has rarely been a dominant player in the high-speed racing world, the Raptor X opens the door for a serious return. With a powertrain capable of delivering electrifying speeds while maintaining internal combustion character, Harley could enter new racing categories or develop a unique hybrid racing league that combines combustion and electric challenges. Such a move would not only reassert Harley's performance credibility, but also offer a platform to continually refine its hybrid technologies under the rigors of competitive testing. This also triggers broader industry reflection. Brands that have already poured billions into electrification, such as BMW Motorrad, Yamaha, and Honda, are now watching closely. Harley's refusal to abandon combustion entirely might force a reassessment of strategies, particularly in balancing innovation with cultural resonance. If consumers respond positively, other manufacturers could begin investing in hybrid combustion electric powertrains, extending the combustion era while still satisfying the demands of sustainability. The broader automotive world, too, is taking note. Innovations like Harley's AI-powered engine management and dual operating mode have implications far beyond two wheels. Automobile manufacturers, particularly those involved in performance cars, are always on the lookout for transferable tech. The success of this engine architecture could lead to cross-pollination between Harley-Davidson and performance car brands, opening up lucrative partnerships and licensing agreements. There's also a psychological component to this launch. In an era where much of transportation is becoming increasingly automated, quiet, and standardized, Harley-Davidson's new engine reasserts the importance of personality, sound, and tactile engagement. The Raptor X offers a counter-narrative to the sterile experience of electric mobility, delivering a riding sensation that feels alive, reactive, and raw, yet still refined by digital intelligence. Riders who identify deeply with the heritage and spirit of motorcycling, those who see it not just as transport but as identity, are likely to view this new direction as a validation of their passion. It's a message that their way of life isn't being replaced but retooled for the future. Zeitz's approach acknowledges the value of this emotional connection and gives it a future to grow into, not one to look back on wistfully. As the media cycle shifts from announcement to in-depth technical breakdowns and first-ride impressions, the public's understanding of the Raptor X engine's significance will only deepen. Early access given to top-tier motorcycle testers and influencers is sure to generate a wave of content that will amplify both curiosity and credibility. Harley-Davidson is clearly playing a long game here. This isn't just about sales, but about reshaping how people think about power, sustainability, and legacy. In retrospect, this move also signals a shift in Harley-Davidson's internal culture. Under Jochen Zeitz, the company has moved away from merely iterating on past successes and toward crafting an identity built on engineering boldness and brand reinvention. The development of such a daring engine required trust in unproven ideas, a willingness to depart from long-standing conventions, and a clear-eyed view of where the motorcycle world could go, not just where it has been. Suppliers, engineers, dealers, and customers now have a fresh focal point. The Raptor X engine doesn't just offer performance, it offers purpose. It proves that combustion can evolve, that legacy can adapt, and that bold design can yield real-world innovation. As Harley-Davidson prepares to roll out test models to select riders and launch full-scale production in the coming years, the industry waits not with skepticism, but with anticipation. This is a brand once perceived as being stuck in the past, now charting a blueprint for the future, one that doesn't abandon combustion but redefines it. If successful, this engine may very well serve as the foundation for a new generation of hybrid motorcycles, ushering in an era where power and conscience can ride side by side. And for Harley-Davidson, it may be the exact engine needed not just to survive, but to roar into dominance once again. Harley-Davidson's introduction of the Raptor X engine did more than reframe the technical narrative. It reignited a visceral conversation about what motorcycles should be in the coming era. For many within the industry, it represented a philosophical turning point. The move rejected the notion that the future must be sterile, standardized, and silent. Instead, Harley invited the world to consider a more emotionally resonant path, one where advanced performance and environmental consciousness are not opposing forces, but collaborative ones. One of the more intriguing aspects of the Raptor X's design is its commitment to modular adaptability. While the engine's performance figures rightly stole the spotlight, Harley's development team spent equal time ensuring that the architecture it's housed in would be future-proof. The platform is built with a focus on interchangeability. Mounting points, subframe connections, and electronics integration are all constructed around a modular philosophy. This enables customization not just cosmetically but mechanically. For instance, riders could one day swap out the hybrid assist module for a performance-oriented plug-in battery pack, or convert a street-focused configuration into a touring model using bolt-on enhancements rather than entirely new frames. This direction points toward a new business model, one that embraces personalization in a way most motorcycle manufacturers only flirt with. Traditionally, customizing a motorcycle for a different purpose, say converting a sport tourer into a scrambler, has involved aftermarket parts, risky fabrication, or extensive mechanical know-how. With the Raptor X ecosystem, Harley-Davidson is exploring the possibility of integrated transformation. Kits, modules, and officially supported upgrade paths could allow riders to evolve their machines as their riding preferences change, rather than selling and buying anew. It's a vision that aligns with modern consumer desires for sustainability, value, and longevity. On the software side, Harley-Davidson has done something even more unprecedented. The Raptor X's digital interface is built on an open-source friendly architecture. While many manufacturers are locked into proprietary ecosystems, Harley has signaled an openness to third-party development and user-controlled customization of the riding experience. APIs for telemetry, ride stats, performance data, and tuning parameters may be made accessible through a Harley-supported development platform. In practical terms, this would allow riders and developers to build apps, tools, and modifications that expand what the motorcycle can do, from logging lap times at the track to automating maintenance schedules based on real-world wear and usage patterns. Security and control remain core priorities. The digital system includes layered encryption protocols, blockchain-backed maintenance records, and cloud-based performance syncing that allows Harley-Davidson technicians, or even AI diagnostics bots, to anticipate part failures or wear before they occur. In an era increasingly defined by smart systems, predictive maintenance is not only convenient but potentially life-saving. The integration of geolocation services into this ecosystem also allows for over-the-air software updates, theft recovery features, and even community-based ride-sharing or route suggestions built off aggregate user data. These technical strides also reveal Harley's deeper ambitions. It doesn't just want to build motorcycles. It wants to build an ecosystem, a living, learning platform for riders that evolves with them. In a world increasingly driven by interconnected devices, the Raptor X bike could become the center of a rider's digital life. Imagine syncing the bike with your smartwatch to auto-adjust suspension based on your heart rate and stress level, or linking it with your smart home to automatically prepare a garage charging bay when you pull into the driveway. This is not just about horsepower anymore. It's about redefining lifestyle through mobility. The manufacturing story behind the Raptor X engine is equally compelling. Harley-Davidson quietly overhauled its production methodologies in anticipation of this launch. The company invested in advanced 3D metal printing facilities for critical components like turbo impellers and hybrid integration brackets. These parts, traditionally milled or forged, are now being printed with lattice-structured alloys that reduce weight without compromising strength. The result is a lighter, more durable engine with fewer weak points and tighter tolerances. Additive manufacturing also allows for rapid prototyping, meaning Harley can iterate faster, adapt more fluidly to user feedback, and fine-tune mechanical systems on a much tighter development cycle. This innovation carries enormous cost implications. Where once new engine families took years and millions of dollars to finalize, Harley's adaptive production model reduces both. This agility not only gives the company a competitive edge, but allows it to respond quickly to future regulatory shifts, customer demands, and global supply chain fluctuations. That flexibility could become invaluable in a decade where environmental standards, trade agreements, and material access are all expected to remain volatile. Harley-Davidson's shift is also emblematic of something larger happening across American manufacturing, a kind of cultural and industrial renaissance. Once seen as a slow-moving legacy brand, Harley has now aligned itself with agile, forward-facing innovators in aerospace, AI, and material science. This alliance with modern engineering disciplines helps restore national confidence in the ability of American firms to lead, not follow, in the race for clean, powerful, and emotionally engaging mobility solutions. Another key facet that's emerging in this ecosystem is rider education. To fully appreciate and operate a hybrid internal combustion motorcycle with intelligent systems, a certain level of technical fluency is required. Recognizing this, Harley-Davidson has begun planning a global rider knowledge initiative, not merely focused on safety or basic handling, but on system awareness, energy management, and performance optimization. Using VR modules, simulation apps, and interactive diagnostics, riders can become intimately familiar with the inner workings of their machine in ways that demystify complexity and encourage more active ownership. The move could redefine customer loyalty by deepening the intellectual bond between rider and machine. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us. What are your thoughts on Harley's new engine? Will it outperform all electric bikes? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching and see you next time.